Eyewitness News. We tricked ActionSA. We are not tricksters. We don't trick people. We engage with ActionSA. They raise their issue in relation to VAT, that they don't want a VAT. That's not tricking anyone. We will engage honestly with ActionSA and all other political parties that have passed the framework about the way forward. We've got our own position as the ANC, which we will not pronounce for now, up until we engage with all political parties. There is an impasse in relation to budget. Everybody in Parliament says we don't want 0.5%. What do we do? And that is the impasse and the reset of the pattern in terms of negotiations it's about. So that is what this negotiations is about, Samke. It's about the budget impasse and the suggestions that political parties are making on the table. So we're going to be talking to them because we need to pass the division of revenue and the appropriation later on. So we can't do it on our own. We've got to talk to others. As a political party that is the largest in Parliament, we've got to talk to everybody, including the DA, about this past week and the way forward. That's what we're going to be doing. ENCA cabinet reshuffle. Cabinet reshuffle is the prerogative of the president. He has not raised that with us even in the meeting. He has never done so. He engages with the officials. That is it. If it has to happen because other people are leaving, the president will have to apply his mind and then consult us later on. And after talking to his ministers in government about their conduct and all of that, and he feels that he's got to take steps, he will talk to them. And he hires and fires in that regard. So when you are in cabinet and you serve at the behest of the sitting president. You asked, what are we going to do with the DA? This question is unfair to the ANC. When you decide that I'm no longer party, for instance, if the ANC tomorrow takes a decision that we're abandoning the GNU, we're out, it is the ANC decision. And the DA must then answer the question, not us. Like you say, Deputy President Mashatile is correct. If you are part of a government and you don't agree with the budget, how do you continue to sit there? It's a logical question that the political party concerned must actually answer. Because I might say that I don't agree with this budget, 0.5 or whatever for the following reasons, and I'm going. And then when you are gone, we will close the door, sit down and decide. What do we do? Who comes in after you have left? Well, I've never been in a divorce, but what I've seen, divorce in terms of marriage, is that people go to the lawyers, they negotiate, they divorce. They share the estates, they fight, but a divorce is a divorce. You file the papers. They must file the papers that we're divorcing ourselves from the GNU. We don't want it. We are comfortable to go back and sit in the back benches. They've not answered that question. You are asking it from us. You are asking it deliberately because they probably have told you that we are waiting for them to dismiss us. It reminds me of a Zuma Mbeki scenario. And Zuma says that I'm not going to resign up until he tells me to resign. And then thereafter, Zuma says, I welcome the decision of the president to disinvite me as the deputy president. But he has never filed the resignation. Even when he knew that, hey, there are basis for me to resign, I'm going to be arrested. I no longer have a choice to stay here as a deputy president. I'm going to be arrested by the NPA, I've been told. But you say, I will wait for him So it's a chess game. We are not in that thing. We are not in that thing of the chess game. We are showing South Africans and everybody else that we remain loyal. We did not dupe South Africans when we formed Government of National Unity. Many of our members don't agree even with the participation of the DA in the GNU. They don't want it. And most of them now, with the DA and all of that, they say, yeah, dismiss them. And all of that. That's where we stand. We are loyal to the decision of GNU. Why? Because GNU to us is about South Africa. Even if you don't believe it. But to us as the ANC, GNU is about South Africa's interest. And see it for what it is. Otherwise, if we were not genuine, we could have done the patch-ups that these other parties want. Come, let's work together for convenience. We are working for South Africa. If you want to work, come into the GNU. And others said, no, we are not coming in. And then we said, no, we will work for South Africa and make it work for South Africa because this is the will of the people. This is the outcome of the election. We didn't win elections. We invited all political parties. 10 political parties are part of the GNU. Why would the ANC invite political parties to the GNU if we've got the power to dismiss people, hire and fire? We don't. We are a 40% party, but with that 40%, we'll defend the interests of what this 40% want us to do. To date, we have done it. With our 40%, 6 million people. The DA, when they talk down on us, they call us fools. They call us all names. They call us everything they want to call us. But we know we have taken the right decision. We are the most matured political party in this country. We are not threatened by political parties. We know we will work our way back. And we know that South Africans don't want to be duped. And they can see a trickster from far. So Mashaba must relax. He's not been duped. We'll engage with him and we'll continue to work with them. And we remain committed to what we agreed to in our negotiation, which were led by the chief whip. Now, those negotiations are gone. The SG is back on the driving seat with the negotiating team. We have been mandated, and as we speak now, I've written to all political parties. We're going to meet with them, discuss and negotiate the budget impasse. All right? As I conclude, negotiations have got a strategy. And what you employ in terms of your strategy is your business, how you do things. So you do have a back channel, you do have the front door, you use everything at your disposal to negotiate with political parties and eventually come to a conclusion of your discussions. So the Secretary General of the ANC reports to the officials, report to the NWC. After the NWC, report to the NEC. That's what the SG does, and engages with political parties. If you see me tomorrow with Helen Zille having a tea, and then with Jacob Zuma, which is very difficult to meet, it's like, or a meeting with Malema, which is easy to meet, and everybody else. And then with Herman Mashaba and Musima Imani and all of that. It's our business. We report to the organization. So other people in the ANC like to besmirch how things are done because they're targeting an individual. And you as journalists, you write about those things, including the misinformation that the SG opens a parallel process of me. How can I open a parallel process over a process I'm in charge of? I'm in charge here. I'm I'm running this. Does it seem like Mutuli House is falling apart? It's not. I'm in charge here. Mandated by my collective. I report to them. Every Monday without fail. Every Monday. I report here. On duty. I report here to the president, deputy president. I report to them. Okay? If I send Mahlegi to go and meet so and so, it's my business in the negotiations. How I do that business and arrive at decisions. The fact of the matter is, this is the center, and the center holds. And every one of these people report to the center, and that's it. So those who want to besmirch Mbalula for whatever reason, they go and lie to the journalist, and the journalist writes that Mbalula is running an underground mission. I don't run an underground mission here. I run proper stuff, proper. And I engage with anybody through whatever channel. Whether the channel is at the back or front, it's a channel of engagement. And now I've announced to you that we are going to be talking to all political parties. We will report back to the officials. That is our mandate. We have a mandate to engage. It will go up until Easter and beyond. But we can assure you there is no crisis. We'll cross. We will cross this hurdle, and the budget will be delivered. And we will work with all South Africans, irrespective. If you want to ask about the DA and their fate and future in the GNU, start with them. They have taken a decision that have got implications about their participation in the GNU. They must answer it. You can't have a pudding and you don't eat it. Eat your pudding. You decide. If we decide that we no longer want everybody and all of that, we will tell them duly so that, hey, we don't think coming together in this GNU with you is helping. But remember, you don't have to think about your political party only. But if you have taken a decision that you are going to use GNU to advise your interest, you will make mistakes. Because once you serve there, you serve South Africa. Do you South Africans want this country to collapse? Nobody wants this country to collapse. Donald Trump is tormenting us every day and night. Every week, he's tormenting us. A country like South Africa. He knows he's got what we need from him. And then he also wants something from us. But we might be needing him more in terms of trade relations between this country and America. And I don't hide it and try to behave like as if we don't need America. We need America for South Africa to survive in the trade and global sphere. If South Africa were to collapse, the rand becomes something else. This country becomes a rubble. Me and you, we don't have two passports. We're not going to run to UK or anywhere. We are here. We will die here in the rubble. The ANC has got a responsibility to protect South Africa's interest. And we will do that without pleasing others with populism. We will do that for this country. We will defend South Africa's interest. We will defend South Africa's people's interest. Our people don't work. Our economy is not growing. And it is ANC's interest to make South Africa work. If the DA does not have that, it simply has this interest that at all time we must politic, show the world that we are better off, a 20% party, and then everything else it rotates around that. Everything can collapse simply because we want to showcase everyone that we're making progress. There are better things that can make you win either than undermining national interest. We're about national interest here in South Africa. We don't have, when we go up to the Cape, the Atlantic, where it meets with the Indian Ocean, that's where things collide. So we've got nowhere to run to. And South Africa must work. It is South Africa and ANC. That's what we want. South Africa first. And if we want, we have seen the stories of other countries that have turned into a rubble because of recklessness. I don't want to mention them. You can see them. We don't want this country of ours to be in that state. We've got every responsibility to protect South Africa and South Africa's interest at all costs. And that's what is important for the African National Congress. So the budget will pass, working with others. We'll negotiate, we'll engage, as we have been doing. And once we come to a common approach with the majority, we will pass the division of revenue and appropriation, and South Africa will be on its journey. And that's what we want, and that's what we're going to do in terms of engagement. We can't answer questions for other political parties. They must answer for themselves. And equally, when we meet with them, we might answer that question. We might ask that question to them. But we respect everyone we work with. We are not disloyal. We are not tricksters. We are, even though the deficit is too high in terms of trust, we are on the journey of regaining that trust from our people and everybody we work with about the difficulties that we face as a country. Thank you.